That's neither here nor there. But if we want to talk about what this league means, I mean, there's a lot of good players coming out of this. I guess what do you want to say? Football league.
Yeah.
What do you think happens to them? I mean, case in point, Joseph for the defense for DC, he easily should be in the NFL. I
hmm
mean, you got other players like Josh Gordon, Philip Lindsay. I mean, Ben DiNucci, AJ McCarron. Like these guys used to play in the NFL.
hmm
They easily could play in the NFL.
Oh, for sure.
How do you think it's going to happen? I mean, I don't think you can draft them in the NFL draft. I don't think that's something that can be done. But
No.
could teams start picking up these guys as undrafted free agents? And is this just another step in the road for some guys? Like, okay, I didn't make the NFL the first time. I go to the XFL. I prove myself. Are we going to start seeing undrafted free agents left and right coming out of the XFL? Because I mean, as of right now, it easily could be that way.
Yeah, I mean, their success, I feel like for the XFL is going to be a lot of these kids that don't go undrafted,
Mm-hmm.
night three in the NFL draft. If they don't get that camp invite, hey, I'm going to go sign with one of these teams in in the XFL because I mean
Mm-hmm.
the paycheck might not look as good, but the lights are still shining as bright. I mean, they play on ESPN. It's not hard to not find a game on. And the exposure this season has been incredible. I mean, I foresee a couple of these kids that are playing right now. I mean, there's a good chance that some of them are going to get picked up, after the draft and after some of these big name players find new homes like D Hop and some of these other players I want to get moved around. So if a team has a need and they can't find that need through the undrafted, newly undrafted kids or some of these veterans, then yeah, why not take a look? And there's tape out there, like fresh tape. So why not like take a chance? I mean, it's not going to hurt anything.
I
And
mean,
it's
it's kind of hard to like pass up on like Josh Gordon right now. I mean, he's incredible in the XFL. He's making everyone look like an entire league below him. And the fact that he has Ben DiNucci, the next NFL quarterback, throwing him the ball is like also beneficial to him.
mm-hmm,
But I mean, you got to see that and think to yourself, like, okay, the last team Josh Gordon was on, it may have been the Seattle Seahawks, but the last team that I remember was the New England Patriots. And Belichick did not give him a fair shot to make, like, not to make the team, but to do much on the team. Just the way he runs that offense. So, I mean, he was a NFL wide receiver. He led the league in receptions at one point and yards at one point.
yeah,
There's no reason like this XFL shouldn't be his like prove to everyone I deserve a second chance kind of mantra. I mean, outside of Orlando and Vegas, all these XFL teams have developed a very strong fan base. So moving forward, I understand there's three teams in Texas, but Texas loves their football. Obviously, you can tell by high school football, so that's nothing to be shy about or shy about. So heck yeah, I'll take advantage of Texas all I can. Maybe it might just take a few more seasons to figure out what they really want to be. Maybe move the team out of Vegas, maybe move the team out of Orlando to I don't know, a city or state, aka that would love them more. I mean, I really, like I said, I don't really know what the future holds for them in terms of longevity. Maybe down the road, because like we said earlier, a little bit about the USFL, maybe have a championship game between the USFL and XFL, kind of down the road. Whoever wins the XFL gets to play the winner of the USFL. Basically, you are outside of the NFL national champions of football,
something
outside
like
of
that.
college as well. I mean, yeah, I mean it gives us something to watch in the off season. In terms of football related, I mean other areas like England and France, Spain, etc. They got European soccer, and for the most part, European soccer is all year round.
Yeah,
Uh, for us football fans here in America, we get college and football at the same season. Basically, run the whole course together. College playoffs right before NFL playoffs, and then it's over. And you basically gotta wait 6 months until the next time a ball is thrown in the preseason. It does give a little bit back to the fans, and now there's 2 leagues coming about. Um, I mean, I guess it is a little bit killing of the arena football because the arena football is technically dead now.
Oh, they
Uh,
long gone. I don't think they coming back.
no, it's just a little, I want to say, redundant to watch. It doesn't resemble football much at all.
No.
And then you got the Canadian Football League, which I get it. It's nice. I've watched a little bit of it. I can't really get behind it just because
They still doing their thing. I feel like there's like a niche.
Oh, it's a niche in Canada.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's like a niche like thing for Canada, and I mean, same thing. Like some of these undrafted players or players that fall out of the league, they go up there and play. So I think it has its place, but I mean, I don't think it's more popular than the 2 leagues we have now.
I think the one thing the XFL has done really great at is not taking itself too seriously. Like they know that like they're not the top flight of football. I mean, it's kind of like when you look at English soccer. Like you're gonna have the Championship and the Premier League. They take themselves very seriously. Once you get to League One, League Two, the teams stop taking themselves as serious, and it becomes more about the fans themselves than about the team. And I think that's something the XFL has done a really good job at. And then moving forward, I mean, like, maybe if Orlando and Vegas don't work out, maybe make a team in Mexico. I mean, because the NFL has wanted to do that forever now.
Mm-hmm.
And, The Rock has his tequila brand and stuff. Like, The Rock could easily put a team in Mexico and people would follow it just because it's The Rock's name. And then you got to look at that in 2 ways. Like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Like, we're expanding outside of, everything that we're comfortable with. But, I mean, hell. I mean, the NFL wants to make a team in Mexico. Maybe the NFL just needs a test run. And maybe that's all the XFL is. It's just a test run to try new things with the NFL. I mean, the XFL has the former the referee, Dean Blandino.
Yeah, head of ref.
Head of officiating. He works in the XFL. I think something the XFL does a really great job at, and moving forward that NFL could take note at, is being very open with penalties and stuff. Like they literally go up to the booth and they literally show them talking back and forth about the penalty. So you can look at that and you can say to yourself, okay, well, sometimes watching NFL games, I say, well, that's rigged. Because it just seems rigged. Like, it just seems wrong. Like, you can't call pass interference on that.
Yeah.
Why are you calling pass interference on that? That should be reviewable. The NFL just denied the ability to replay uncalled roughing the passers or called roughing the passer plays. You can't review that. They just said no to that. I think that's a little weak by the NFL. I mean, there's a separate league right now that everyone's enjoying the fact that you could talk about the penalty or no penalty called, and they'll literally work it out right in front of your face. Dean Blandino will talk to the head ref on the field, and they're going to the back and forth, and they're saying, well, I'm seeing this. And he goes, okay, you see that? Well, how about you go to the sidelines and you take a look at that play and see what you tell me? And then they literally, hey, he's watching it, and they're watching it back and forth, live time together. And then they go back and they come to the conclusion, and we got to see it all happen. It's not like the NFL where they just cut the commercial, we come back, boom, the play on the field is the play on the field. I mean, that's something that I thoroughly, I guess, as a huge fan of football, I enjoy that so much. It's because it's something that's not very hard. And if you want to be very, I guess, open about your sport, that's something that's super easy to just put out in front of everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, you already know these owners.
Oh, the NFL are not going to do it. They're not going to do it. We already know. They're not. But I think they should be allowed to review more plays than they do in the NFL.
I mean, I do, but I mean, I think the way the NFL is set up. Hello there, and welcome to the MTL Sports Podcast. Thank you for watching. this video clip of one of our most recent episodes, please drop a like, drop a comment in the comment section below, and also please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with the most recent MTL Sports Podcast content. For those that don't know, we are also available on Spotify for those who listen audio only. Once again, thank you so much, and this is the MTL Sports Podcast. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here.